If anyone wishes to address the council, please remember you need to sign up prior to the meeting. Bless you. Six p.m. on Tuesday, April 15th, 2025, and I hereby call this regularly scheduled meeting of the City Council to order. Could you please bow your head for invocation by Councilman Clark?
Heavenly Father, we just want to thank you for allowing us to gather here and to make wise decisions for the future of Diamond Head. We pray that the family of the young lady that passed just heals better and just they start to feel better. We just pray that we continue to have these great days ahead of us, beautiful weather, and just keep Diamond Head moving forward. Amen.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mayor DeBrio. Here. Councilmember Finley.
Here.
Councilmember Lisi.
Here.
Councilmember Cumberland.
Here.
Councilmember Clark.
Here.
Councilmember Marr.
Here.
Can I get a motion to confirm the agenda?
Move.
Motion made by Councilman Cumberland. Could I get a second?
Second.
Second made by Councilman Finley. All in favor? Aye. The next regularly scheduled meeting of the City Council will be held on Tuesday, May 6, 2025 at 6 p.m. in the council chambers located here at City Hall. We're going to hold off on the proclamation for Child Abuse Awareness and Prevention Month until Cynthia arrives. The Light of Hope Abuse Awareness and Prevention Community Event is Wednesday, April 16, 2025, 5:30 to 6:30 at Diamond Head City Hall grounds. And that's tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night, yeah.
Okay. So I think we need to get some, did we e-blast or did we post it on the city's Facebook page? I hadn't seen it. Okay. City Manager's report?
Thank you, Mayor. Let's give you an update on the projects we have going on here in the city. The Comey Drive Calipacona Pond project. It's a 120-day project with a current end date of June the 10th. The contractor is currently trying to complete the installation of the landscape culverts, drain inlets, and the roadway culverts. Right now, the road is closed there on Comey Drive as those roadway culverts are being installed. They were working this Saturday trying to catch up, and they may work again this weekend to try to catch up on due to the time missed due to weather. Once they get those finished, which they had expected that to be the 16th, and which I don't know if they're going to meet that date, they would then begin work on the draining or the dredging of the pond. So they hold off on the pond, even though there's a lot of construction materials over there getting ready. So as soon as they get finished with the Comey Drive portion of the project, then they'll get over on that pond and start that work. You can see the drain inlets, the new culverts that are there. They'll replace those on that pond and lower the overall service level of that area, and then dredge it out. The MDOT projects, the final ramp headed east out of Diamond Head is now closed. Once again, we're not informed of that, but it's now closed, and they expect a 4 to 6 week time frame of getting that repaired and opened back up. All high mast lights on the interstate and the low mast lights on the north side ramps are back online, so you should be able to see the new light out there and how bright everything is in that area. The subcontractor is waiting on the ramp work to be completed before they work on the south side low mast lights and get those reconnected. As far as the dog park goes, the engineering firm needs to do some topo work to ensure the proper drainage for that site. So they'll be working on that once Public Works gets the initial mulch cut done, so that they can get through the property easily. The paving 2025 project is currently out for bid. Those bids are due May the 1st. We do have a pre-bid conference that will be held this week on the 17th. The Noma Drive Phase 1B, Coastal Electric is getting ready to install the parking lot lights. The contractor's out there currently working on installing the curbing and getting the conduit in place. Once all that's done, then Coastal Electric will install the lights out there. We do currently have a ribbon cutting scheduled for the first week in May. We'll have a little more detail once we get closer. Noma Drive dredging, that project is a 90-day project with a current end date of May 25th. The contractor has been on site and is working in the waterway. He expects to be completed but by that May 25th date for sure. Park 10 Road, we had the ribbon cutting ceremony was held last week, and everyone in attendance enjoyed a look at that new roadway. Again, I want to thank Covington Engineering for the beautiful design and bottom to top construction for actually making that design come to reality. So also like to give a nice thank you to Gulf Coast Golf Carts. They provided us the transportation down there from City Hall down to the new site so that we could do the ribbon cutting. It really helped everybody get down there without having to take cars down there. So, and they got to enjoy a nice ride on that new road to see how it all looked. The traffic study. The traffic engineer has submitted the Golf Club Drive and Diamond Drive East all-way stop study. The engineer has determined that the traffic warrants an all-way stop at this intersection based on the traffic counts. So the city will notify residents starting tomorrow that a new stop sign will be installed at that intersection, and we will get it operational. We'll put it up and put bags over it, but we'll get it operational. We're looking at May 5th is a good date to start that. That'll be the first Monday of May to get started on that. The unit price projects, the Lala Way culvert, they were out there today adjusting the water line, and they will be closing the road tomorrow to install that culvert. It may take 2 days, so expect tomorrow and Thursday to be that road to be closed, and those residents will have to detour on either side of Lala Way to get to Diamond Head Drive. The Kapapa Way project, the Public Works plans on starting on that one maybe Wednesday. There's some issues with some Diamond Head water sewer line there, so they're having to work around that, but they're working with them to get that done. The other projects are just being worked on. The engineer's trying to work up the design. On the Cocoa Court one, the engineer just emailed me just recently, at the end of the day here, that she is working on the work assignment for that and get that project ready to go. The Coombe Branch, those bids are on the agenda tonight for your approval. The budget for that project was only about 1.2 million-ish or so, and so we will not be able to do the alternate, which was roadside ditch cleaning. So Public Works will take care of cleaning out that part of doing that part of the job, and we'll only be awarding the base bid on that project. On the Jordan River Boardwalk, the city received permission. I got that today, or this morning, or late yesterday, from the Coastal Preserve Program to access the Secretary of State's land as needed. This will be during construction and also during any storm events to clean up any debris that boardwalk may cause. The bank stabilization, the project is finalizing the analysis of the Phase 1 design. Once we get that, we'll be able to determine what easements are going to be needed for that. Just to remind you, Phase 1 will cover from Diamond Head Drive north to the Calapacona Pond. And lastly, more or less the canal dredging, that project was over budget, and so it went back to MDEQ to determine if additional funds could be awarded for that. They requested some additional surveying of the canal to determine the depths to see if that's the cause of the issue. And then once we get all that, we'll see what we can do and what their next steps are going to be. So we've given them an updated probable cost and for their to review. And the Rotten Bayou Nature Trail engineers redesigned this into 5 phases. The funding is already secured for phase 1, and so the engineer's working on that design right now. And the Montjoy Creek, the engineer, we discussed this last week, he's going to redesign the sediment trap that's kind of already in place. And if he can get that approved, it will not require additional permitting, and so we can get this moved on and get this out for bid.
All right. Thank you. Councilman Marr, any questions?
Yeah, I got a few. Okay, so on the Park 10 road that we just had the ribbon cutting, are we going to have the name Park 10 all the way to Noma Circle, or are we going to have that open for the public to make suggestions of names for that road until it gets down
Right.
past the water sewer?
We looked at that. I did look at that with the building department. Bo and I looked over that, and we actually drove the road to try to determine where the Park 10 would end and where the a new road or a new name would begin. And he actually got with the fire department, Chief Munger as well, and they feel like that whole road really should stay with the addressing of Park 10.
And then also on the Jordan River Boardwalk, so it says the Secretary of State has granted access to the land, but the boardwalk itself has not gone on Secretary of State's land, correct?
That is correct. That access would be simply if, I don't really see how, because it's really marsh and not really something that you can stand on, but if the contractor wanted to access it during construction, they would be able to. Again, I don't think that's possible. But then if a storm event occurs and debris gets washed up on that property, we would be able to access that land and clear any debris that may have, if the boardwalk falls apart or if there's other trash on there, we would have access to get on it and clean it from time to time.
Okay, and then finally, on the canal dredging, in the bids that were, nothing came in, what was the depth we were shooting for?
I want to say it was a -8, and it was a -6, and then a 2-foot over dredge was what was planned.
So I don't understand the negative. Is that saying it's going to be 8 feet deep, or is it?
8 feet below mean high tide, yes.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Councilman Clark?
Thank you. Yes, ma'am. John, for the stop signs that are going up, can we get some signs up there too that also warns people that the signs are going, or the stop signs are going to be active in May?
Yeah, I mean, we'll announce that out as well, but the plan was to put the stop sign with a bag over it, so people would see it's there and know something's about to happen, and as well as we'll put, stop ahead sign, ever how many feet back you have to go to notify residents that, there's a stop coming up. Now, that'll also stay bagged for that time being until that May 5th date. But we'll try to let people know as much as possible that it's coming. We'll also stripe the road properly so that there'll be a stop bar there for residents to know that they have to stop there.
Okay, thank you.
Councilman Finley?
No, Councilman Clark asked my question.
Councilman Lisi?
John, I know we talked earlier about the entrance at Capilama and the condition of the landscaping, and can you just speak for just a minute about the solution that
Well, I'm not sure if it's
it's in the works, but
necessarily a
just so
solution.
people know
Certainly,
something's happening.
Donna Decker actually reached out to us from Remax, and her organization would like to, adopt more or less and clean that area up. So I had our Public Works director to reach out to her. He was supposed to reach out to her this afternoon and to lend any hand or whatever that she may need so they can clean that area up. So they want to clean it, paint, and refix the blocks that are there, and then possibly remove any of the dead plants that are in there, and just clean that whole area up so it'll look nice again as far as that area goes.
Thank you. That's all I
Absolutely.
have.
Councilman Cumberland?
Yeah, on the Noma Drive dredging, May 25th, that boat launch will be open at that point? That's what we're expecting?
That's what I'm shooting for. Like I said, we have we're looking at doing. I spoke to the engineer Monday, and they think sometime early May it should all be done. The dredging, he didn't think it was going to take more than a week and a half, so he's been out there this week working on it. So he may be done before the end of April.
That's all I had.
Okay, we have a non-agenda public comment, but Molly, is this about the Calabacona Drainage Project? Because that's kind of an agenda item. So if you want to come up now, because the city manager just talked about it. Is the green button on? Just
Yes.
press it,
Yes,
okay,
it is.
all right.
I live on Melee Place. I think I've sent you some information and all. I was surprised I didn't, so you're going to actually be dredging out the pond?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
I couldn't tell you the
Okay.
depth on that one right offhand. I don't
No.
know that one, unfortunately.
And those
Uh,
big culverts that are down there now, that's to drain that pond?
They're replacing the culverts that are there under the road
Wow.
currently, and they're actually going to go in lower than the ones that are in there now. And this way, it'll lower the overall surface level of that pond. So we'll create more of a bank, and then when it rains or during rain events, it'll have more room to hold the water.
Okay. I have a couple concerns on it. The builder or contractor that's got the land has for several years not contained any runoff at all. They've recently, within the last year, put up some silt screen. Now, the silt screen's about this high, and it's pathetic. It's just, the dirt they brought in is feet above the silt screen. So when it rains, it just pours into the pond. Right now, if you drove over to the pond, it's brown, totally brown.
Yes, ma'am.
And it hasn't settled down. And what really concerns me is when you put these big pipes in, it's going to shoot all that sludge down through the water system. It's going to end up in the bayou. It's going to end up at Devil's Elbow for sure. And I think that's protected property, especially the bayou. And I don't know, it just doesn't seem right to me until you force the builder to follow the building code. I don't know how you can do anything, to be honest. I used to have a residential builder's license, and several years ago, and there was a building inspector that always came out and made sure of all things, but the first thing he did was when we cleared the land, he made sure that you retained any polluting or anything. And these people have been, they started in 2017, and they just ripped everything out, and it just started filling in the pond. I used to have a beautiful view. I guess that's my biggest concern, is now I have no view. It's just weeds where it's all filled in. And I've asked for help continually, and no one has ever said, builder, you have to contain this. And now there's absolutely no way, unless they put up a retaining wall, like in Florida, they have the seawalls, and it keeps the dirt back. But there's no way that's not going to continue. I'm telling you that it's almost this high, and they've got this silt screen down here, and it's pouring and pouring every single time it rains into that pond. And if you open it up and let it go down to the bayou, it's not right. And I hate to see Diamond Head get sued. I see visions of the Corps of Engineers coming in and really having problems with it. So until you can stop the builder's pollution, I don't know how you can open up the drainage any more than it is right now. So that's my thought. I mean, I'm delighted to have it dredged out. I would love to get my water view back, but I don't want to pollute the whole, bayou system.
All right, so your concern is you want it dredged out. It needs to be dredged out, but it's kind of pointless if we dredge it out if we let the builder fill it in. John, can you check on the builder that's directly behind that?
The original one is Purcell,
It's-
Artist James.
Okay.
And I've heard that he sold part of that. I don't know if it's all or part,
Mm-hmm.
but, and I don't know if it's true or not. I just heard that he had sold, whoever's developing now is supposedly not Artist. But he is the one that stripped the land, the first half,
Mhm.
and now the other half. It's huge. It's a whole huge section in there. And I don't care if they build houses, but I want them to follow the rules.
Right, whoever's
Okay.
developing needs to secure the runoff. That's part of our stormwater management plan, and it needs to be addressed. So, John, you're gonna handle that? Okay, thank you. Minutes. Could I get a motion to approve the April 1st, 2025 regular meeting minutes?
Move.
Motion made by Councilman Clark. Could I get a second?
Second.
Second made by Councilman Marr. All in favor?
Aye.
Resolution 2025-081, motion to award lease purchase financing up to the amount not to exceed $350,000 to Cadence Equipment Finance at a rate of 5.08 APR for 5 years for trucks and other equipments for public works, and further to adopt Resolution 2025-009, thereby authorizing the city manager to execute said agreement and to carry things all necessary in furtherance of the obligations of the leasee pursuant to the agreement and other related purposes. Motion?
Move.
Motion made by Councilman Finley. Could I get a second?
Second.
Second made by Councilman Marr. Discussion, Councilman Councilman Finley.
No, ma'am.
Discussion, Councilman Marr.
No, ma'am.
Discussion, Councilman Clark.
No, ma'am.
Councilman Cumberland.
No, ma'am.
Councilman Lisi.
No, thank you.
And my discussion is, do we have any idea of what we need to purchase over the next 5 years? Do we have a lease or a vision? Do we know what we need?
Yes, the Public Works Director has given us this list of things he would like to purchase with this.
And what are some of the things, just so I know?
It's Public Works equipment. There's a new tractor that the Owen is no longer works. And then, like I said, truck, and then just other equipment that he needs.
A tractor and a truck? Yeah.
Flail mower, attachment, possible roundabouts.
Okay, those are some good things. All right, thank you. City Clerk?
Finley,
Yes.
Lisi,
Yes.
Cumberland,
Yes.
Clark,
Yes.
Marr,
Yes.
Mayor.
Yes. Resolution 2025-078, motion to approve Resolution 2025-010, appointing Diane Sutherland to the position of the Planning and Zoning Commission Ward 2 for a 4-year term effective immediately. Motion?
So moved.
Motion made by Councilman Lisi, second.
Second.
Second by Councilman Cumberland. Any discussion, Councilman Lisi?
No.
Councilman Cumberland?
No, ma'am.
Councilman Marr?
No, ma'am.
Councilman Clark?
No, ma'am.
Councilman Finley?
No, ma'am.
And my only discussion on the next two is we just had a recent election, and we've got new people coming in on 2 and 3. Are they okay with these decisions? Has
Yes.
anybody reached out?
Yes.
Okay. City Clerk?
Finley,
Yes.
Lisi,
Yes.
Cumberland,
Yes.
Clark,
Yes.
Marr,
Yes.
Mayor.
Yes. Resolution 2025-079, motion to adopt Resolution 2025-011, appointing Renee Lawson to fill a position of Planning and Zoning representing Ward 3. Ms. Lawson will be replacing Diamond Heads Ward 3 Councilman Jesse Hardwood. Councilman-elect. Motion?
Move.
Motion made by Councilman Cumberland, second.
Second.
Second made by Councilman Lisi. Councilman Cumberland, any discussion?
Ms. Lawson was recommended by Ms. Harwood, and she'll be replacing Ms. Harwood, who's done a great job. I think she's feel very fortunate that Councilwoman Lisi introduced me to Jessie 2 years ago, because she's just an outstanding individual, and she's going to do a fantastic job on City Council. So I am just letting you know that is her choice.
Okay, Councilman Lisi.
Nothing further.
Councilman Finley.
No, ma'am.
Councilman Moore.
No, ma'am.
Councilman Clark.
No, ma'am.
City Clerk.
Finley,
Yes.
Lisi,
Yes.
Cumberland,
Yes.
Clark,
Yes.
Marr.
Yes.
Mayor.
Yes. Consent agenda items 5 through 7. Motion.
Move.
Motion made by Councilman Finley, second.
Second.
Second, Councilman Lisi. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion to approve docket of claims DKT 232681, DKT 232738, in the amount of $219,447.22. Motion.
Move.
Motion made by Councilman Clark, second.
Second.
Second made by Councilman Lisi. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion to approve payroll payables, PR claim 000232, in the amount of $28,809.29. PR claim 000232, in the amount of $3,058.37. PR claim 00023, in the amount of $29,499.15. And DKT 232668, DKT 232680, in the amount of $42,422.99. Motion.
Move.
Motion made by Councilman Finley, second.
Second.
Second made by Councilman Lisi. All in favor?
Aye.
Department reports. A, motion to approve.
Move.
Motion made by Councilman Clark, second. Can I get a second?
Second.
Second made by Councilman Marr. All in favor?
Aye.
There are no non-agenda public comments. Any council closing comments? Councilman Marr?
No, ma'am.
Councilman Clark?
No, ma'am.
Councilman Finley?
No, ma'am.
Councilman Lisi?
No, thank you.
Councilman Cumberland?
No, thank you.
Any need for executive session? Okay, so we did not get to do the proclamation, but we can do it at the next. Oh, okay. Well, we were waiting on Cynthia. Come on up here. Okay, I was gonna say we'll do it tomorrow night. So do you want to give us an update? Do you have anything to?
Yeah, I have just a few words.
Okay.
First of all, my name's Huey Stockstill. I serve on the CASA of South Mississippi's Board of Directors. I am a resident of Diamond Head. I would like to thank the city of Diamond Head for supporting the work we do on behalf of the foster children of Hancock County. The Blue Ribbon Campaign, which raises awareness about child abuse and promotes prevention efforts, began in Virginia in 1989 when a grandmother, Miss Bonnie Finey, tied a blue ribbon on her van antenna to create curiosity. Her grandchild had tragically lost his life due to child abuse, and she had no clue that the abuse was happening. So we continue to wear blue ribbon to share the memory of that child and to let the community know that child abuse is still happening today in our community. Currently, there are 79 Hancock County children in foster care. CASA is currently providing a volunteer advocate to 77 of those 79. Additionally, Judge Favre has appointed the program to serve 19 children who have open CPS prevention cases, and we are serving all of those children. Of the 79 foster children we are currently serving, 9% of them were abused and or neglected here in Diamond Head. Additionally, there are other foster children residing in Diamond Head with foster parents. If anyone here today is interested, please visit our website at casasouthmississippi.org to learn what is involved about becoming a CASA volunteer. CPS is always in dire need of foster parents. And my final ask is something that we all can do, and that is if you suspect child abuse or neglect, please report it. So again, on behalf of the foster children of Hancock and CASA, we appreciate the city of Diamond Head. Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much. Thank you for your work. And we have a proclamation, but I'm going to read it off to you first. Okay, a proclamation for Child Abuse Awareness and Prevention Month from the City of Diamond Head, Mississippi. Whereas the City of Diamond Head prides itself on giving back to the community, contributing the quality of life among our citizens, and being a safe place for families to live, work, and raise their families. And whereas every child is entitled to be loved, cared for, nurtured, feel secure, and be free from sexual, emotional, and physical abuse and neglect. And whereas 133 volunteers advocate for 352 child victims of abuse and neglect in South Mississippi. And whereas CASA of South Mississippi speaks for the best interest of abused and neglected children who are involved in the youth court and child protection services through no fault of their own. And whereas governmental, community, business, and faith-based organizations should come together and individual citizens should join in a national effort to raise awareness for those fallen victim to abuse and neglect. We, the mayor and city council, do hereby proclaim the month of April 2025 as Child Abuse Awareness and Prevention Month, and urge all citizens of the City of Diamond Head, Mississippi to participate in raising awareness and helping to prevent future child abuse and neglect. Proclaimed by the mayor and city council on this day, the 15th of April. Thank you for all you do, and would you please come up and receive the proclamation?
Absolutely.
All right, is there any need for executive session? Can I get a motion to adjourn? To recess?
So, April 29th at 10-ish.
And we need this for,
Frank Bordeaux, is going to have our final property, renewed for 30 days, May 1st.
right?
And he wasn't quite ready with the premiums for this one, so he has to be fast.
So we're looking at April 29th at,
April 29th.
What day is that on?
that's a Tuesday at 10 a.m. Okay, that works for me. Does that work for everybody else?
Fine.
All right, could I get a motion to recess until April 29th, 2025 at 10 a.m.?
Move.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you all for coming tonight.